Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas being joined via Zoom with Michael Dutchover, who returns to boxing coming up in I want to say 2 weeks, July 26th, 321. It's going to be a pay-per-view online. That's going to be, I believe, $6 on the Thompson Boxing website. Hey, Michael, man, thank you for joining me on this Zoom call. How have you been during this whole time?
I've been good, man. I've been good, staying busy, I never stopped training after my fight was canceled in March because that was supposed to be my 2020 debut was March 14th, and March 13th is when everything shut down, especially in SoCal, all of California is when they had to put the safer at home order. So all the gyms, everything was shut down, and I was one day away from weighing in, so I thought I was at least gonna fight, and then everything would be shut down. But no, they shut down my fight, so that was devastating. But I knew, I was like, this is not gonna last forever. So that's why we were left in the unknown, and so I don't know when there were gonna be fights coming back again. So I just knew I made the sacrifice. I decided to stay here because I could have gone back home. After that, there's no fights. What am I doing? And so, but no, I wanted to stay here, stay in shape, and I did. And I wanted to be the first people back. Whenever they had to start fights, fights coming back, because it's all about opportunity. If you stay ready, you're gonna get the opportunity. If you're not ready, they're gonna put you on the shelf for somebody that's ready. So I decided to stay here, and it paid off because now I'm gonna be one of the first people fighting back in California. I believe Golden Boy has a card the 24th, and so we're the 26th right after them, and so I'm excited to be back in the ring. God willing, hopefully you never know right now from a day-to-day basis, but for right now, I'm set to fight July 26th on Thompson pay-per-view as a main event. So I'm excited. I've been training harder than ever, and I'm ready.
Have you been able to train like before, or has that been a little bit difficult?
The only thing different is like the non-sparring days. Other than that, because our gym is closed, so these past couple of weeks, I just on the non-sparring days, I'll be in the back of my coach's yard. We're doing it in the backyard with the mitts, and we have a little bag, and jump rope. You don't need much equipment for a boxer, so we have the mitts. We have a body bag, and we still it's different because you're not in the gym, but shoot, we're working out in the sun. It's like we're sweating a lot. We're still putting in the hard work, putting in the rounds. And, we have a gym that we've been going to in Bell Gardens. I've been sparring with Arnold Barbosa, which is great. I'm honestly think is, my greatest sparring partner, great sparring for this fight, and I'm just ready. I'm excited, and nothing. I feel like this has helped me improve, as a person, because you go through setbacks, you have to learn how to adjust, in life. And just like for my last fight, I just suffered my first loss in my career, the technical loss, and I don't take that as a loss. I took it as a learning experience, and I want to come back and show what I've learned from that, and show that I'm an improved fighter. And just because you have a loss on your record, that doesn't mean your career is over. I still have a lot of work to do in this game.
Yeah, I want to touch on that last fight and your return. Going through that first loss, but I do have a question about like your fight getting canceled and then this one happening. You mentioned your fight got canceled the day before the weigh-in. So obviously you're a fighter. In order to make money, you have to fight.
Yep.
Did you get paid at all for that thing, or you've been having to kind of like, yeah?
Nope. I didn't get paid. We didn't even weigh in. So it's like everything was canceled, and so I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid for that fight.
So have you been good financially? Like, have you been able to to make it, or that's kind of been like a little bit of a struggle?
Yeah, especially being a professional boxer full time. I don't have a job. This is my job full time, and that's why I'm here. Staying ready, staying in shape. But I've been blessed from the people that I live with. I live with my coach's mom's house in Santa Fe Springs. I'm taken care of. To make money, I'll even go to work with my coach sometimes doing landscaping, side jobs. I make it. God always provides for me. What I'm saying, I made team shirts. I sell some shirts, and people support me. I have sponsors that help me. And, and also I want to give a big shout out to my sponsors. I'm wearing one of the shirts right now, Iconic Apparel. I have Midland, Reese Plumbing in Midland, Texas. I also have a KLX Energy Services in Midland, Texas. And who else? KLX Energy, Iconic, and Verde Wheels here in California. So
you're all sponsored up.
I'm sponsored up
okay,
for this fight. For this fight,
that
sponsors
helps.
are coming as the fights come. But during the the quarantine time, that was a tough part. But now that the fight's coming,
how tough was it?
It was tough, because honestly, the toughest part was really training. Because training, I don't have a fight. Like, I don't have motivation and stuff. But I just had to keep that mindset. I'm here for a reason. So that's why I was here. I was waking up early to do my runs, and I would run and then go to work with my coach for, a couple hours and, help him out and just do stuff like that. And, just I make it by ends meet,
Yeah, that's crazy. I that must be so hard to train and then go work out in the sun for like 4 or 5 hours and then go back to training. Like, man, how do you find the energy?
I find my energy by praying. I pray, I get, spiritual energy, man.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing, because you think like working out just in general that'll get you tired, but like, okay, you go on your 5 a.m. run, which is probably what, like 4 to 6 miles, somewhere around there. Yeah, and then you're out in the sun doing the landscaping stuff, and then you have a full training session, which is like 2-3 hours, and then if you do strength and conditioning,
a couple hour break, get some food in me, rehydrate, and then off to training.
Jeez, man, that's a crazy schedule, man. But you're doing it because you love it. Because you wouldn't do something like that unless you didn't really love it. But I think it's important for people to know too that this is like the normal life of a boxer. This is because obviously you're still very young in your career. You've only had 14 fights. You're not at the level of like a main eventer like that people are used to, like on national television yet. You're still climbing up in the ranks. And a lot of the guys in your position train and have a job, which to me is just like, dang, man, it's tough.
Yeah, it's crazy,
right?
It's very, very tough. And so that's honestly, that's like motivation to work harder, like whenever you're working out, you're training, because it's gonna pay off. That one day, you get that big fight, everything's gonna pay off. So that's what I'm training. It's like you're paying your dues, day by day by day. It's grind, and it's gonna pay off one day.
Yeah, I bet you're thinking that, like, man, I can't wait to like not do this anymore.
But honestly, from being from where I'm from, I never even thought I'd be where I am here today. You know what I'm saying? So and then once you get to a level, it doesn't stop there. You just keep going, keep leveling up. And so that's how I'm taking this as. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I still see myself doing great things, doing more things.
No, you're from Midland, Texas, and you mentioned that, where you're from, you never expected to be in the position that you are right now. How is like Midland, Texas? Is there not a lot of opportunity over there, or?
It's a big sport. It's a big football city. High school football is very big over there. And, there's been a lot of talent. But honestly, it's like you stay there, you kind of get stuck there, and you get stuck in, and Midland is a big oil field type town. And, a lot of people just end up going to the oil fields to make money. And, that's hard work. And those guys work hard too also. But I just couldn't see myself doing that. Whenever I was getting close to graduating in Midland, I had to start thinking, what am I going to pursue, in my life. And I've always felt like God has gifted me with that athletic ability, and He gifted me with the passion for boxing. So I'm going to pursue this. If I'm going to pursue this, I have to be 100% in. I can't be 90% in, this or 80 and do boxing and have a job, So that's why I moved over here away from my families. And, I see them whenever I can, on holidays and things. But I made the commitment to stay over here, train, and, and I feel like that's paid off because, I fought on Showbox twice here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna keep leveling up from that. From there, I'm gonna fight for get in the top 10, be ranked in the top 10. Get a regional title. And I see myself. I set goals for myself, and I can see myself getting to those goals and just going to the next one. The ultimate goal is to be a world champion, and so I'm not gonna stop till I get there.
Are you close with any of the other Texas fighters, like Vergil or Errol or
Oh
Maurice
yeah,
Hooker?
yeah, yeah. We grew up. We all grew up together in the amateurs. Me, Vergil, Hector, Joshua Franco. Shout out to him. Just he became a world champion from San Antonio. Yeah, we all grew up together in the same community, being at the same tournaments. Me and Vergil were real close too. We were tight, and so those are my guys. Shout out to them. They've been putting in work also.
Dang. So you're how old right now?
I'm 22.
You're 22. Wow, man. You're still 22. A young kid too. So yeah, you've known them since you were little kids then, like 11, 12, 13?
I got pictures, man. I'll send you some pictures after this, man. It's funny. We're youngsters, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vergil, it's funny because both you guys are returning like within like 2 days of each other.
Yeah,
he's headlining Friday, and then you're doing your thing on Sunday.
Yeah, that's awesome to see too. Just from looking back, looking at throwbacks, and me and Vergil we don't talk on a day-to-day basis, but every now and then I'll see him, we'll message him, and shout out because he's trained over there at RGBA and I'm over here, but when we see each other, like it's always love,
How was he as a kid?
That dude's just dedicated to boxing. Real quiet dude. He's real cool. You gotta be close to him for him to open up.
I feel like now he's starting to open up. Like when he's on Twitter, he opens up a lot on Twitter. But like when you see him in person, he is kind of like quiet and reserved.
Yeah, he's real mellow. He's a cool dude, man. He's a cool dude to be around. Good friend.
He's funny on Twitter. Like he cracks me up on Twitter.
Me and Vergil had a big thing because we were both cross country runners, and so we were in the Texas State Golden Glove team together. We're always competing, running, and just pushing each other. And he's a great competitor.
No, yeah, he's another guy that you fans are gonna want to keep your eye on too. Because what is it? 15 wins, 15 knockouts, man. He's a big puncher. Like you mentioned, this is the first time you're fighting since you suffered that loss in Texas against Thomas Amatis.
Thomas Amatis, yes.
Yeah. What happened there?
The fight, everything was going good. The fight, I was up on the scorecards whenever the fight was stopped. But long story short, we get to the 8th round. He was winning some rounds. I won a lot of the early rounds. He was starting coming on. But I had to fight in the bag, and the 8th round, I had got cut. And honestly, you can't even see where it happens. I don't know if it was from a punch. I don't know. Just being from the action, you can't see if it was from a punch or elbow or anything or just close. But I got cut in the 8th round, baby cut. I had like 5 stitches, and but the doctor looked at it. No disrespect. I don't want to say anything. I'm putting down the doctor, but he just looked at it and waved off the fight very quickly, and that was it. And so I was shocked. And I had honestly, it was crazy going through that moment because they had stopped the fight, and I thought they were going to the scorecards because I thought it was due to an accidental headbutt or something, or elbow, and I knew that I was up on the fight, and I was at the end of the fight. We got the scorecard. I was up on 2 of the scorecards, and I thought I had it won, and I was gonna win by TK, by technical KO, basically. And then they announced his name, and I was like, so something's wrong. Then they said that it was by a punch. So I was like, man, I just had my first loss, and so I was devastated at first. I was very devastated, but I had to get that out of my head real quick because that fight was in my hometown, and I'm the hometown hero. Everybody's mad; they're very mad, So things started getting rowdy, especially right after they announced that I had lost, and so I had to literally calm down the crowd because they were getting rowdy and talking stuff to Thomas Matisse's team, and it's not their fault at all. He can't control what the doctor does and everything, and so I had to calm everybody down, and we did. I ended up walking Thomas Matisse back to the locker room, kind of protecting him. And I had to. I feel like that was my due diligence to do that. This is my hometown. And, I want my people to treat them with respect. We're two guys fighting, our hearts out, for everybody's entertainment. And so, I didn't think that was right that everybody was getting mad at him. So I protected him, walked back to the ring real quick. And then that's when it kind of set in that, I had my first loss. And I was like, dang. But, my promoters, they both told me, keep your head up. This is a learning experience. Don't take this as a loss, go back, watch video, fix your mistakes. And, that's what I did right back and came back, and that's what I did. And so I'm just very excited. I'm so happy that I'm 2 weeks away from getting back in the ring and really having my comeback fight.
How long did it take you to not be angry over the result?
Honestly, it took a little while, because the funny thing, the week after the fight was the Tyson Fury fight. He had fought, I don't remember who he fought, but it was the fight. He had that huge cut.
Oh, Otto Vollen.
And he had probably 30 stitches,
Yeah,
and
really
and he fought
cut.
like 3 rounds like that. And so I was watching this fight, and I was like, oh man, I was kind of pulling my hair, and I was like, my cut was not bad. I've been cut before in California, and I fought 3 rounds, but it was just it just happened at the wrong place at the wrong time. And I can't. After that, that's when I realized I can't let this hold me back, because then it's just gonna keep me thinking about it. And so I got to put it behind me, and embrace it, embrace that loss, and take it as a moral victory. And because I learned a lot from that fight, and I did. And so Thomas Matisse is a great competitor also, so it was just a great learning experience, and I feel like that experience is gonna help me in my next fight.
What'd you learn? What'd you learn in specific from it?
Being more calm, because and the big thing was me being in my hometown. I had started, I was trying to gun for him, trying to get the KO, and I racked up on the early rounds, because I was trying to land big blows. I kind of gassed out a little bit, but I was in shape. So I knew I was gonna get my second win back and finish the fight strong. But that was the big thing, and so me sticking to my game plan, and having a big crowd, or not letting any of the crowd get to me. And so now I'm not going to have any of that, because I don't have no fans for this day. I don't have to worry about that, but just sticking to my game plan, and just being calm, using my jab more, using my jab a lot more also in my sparring, and, and just different things. Just being in there is different. I feel more calmer now.
With everything that's going on, how, I don't know, you stressed out about the future in terms of getting consistent fights because of how everything's shaking out so far? Do you ever wonder about that?
It goes through my head, but you can't stress over it. I'm not stressed over it. I'm getting an opportunity, and that's the thing. When opportunity, or when you're prepared and you get an opportunity, you don't know when it's gonna come. So if you're not ready, then you're gonna get left on the shelf. So I'm just staying ready for whenever, and I have this opportunity right now, and so even after this fight, we can go back to the drawing board right after, and see what's next, and staying ready. I'm not stressed about the COVID, and I'm just keeping my prayers high and hoping this goes away soon. We don't know when it is gonna go away, but everybody, we adjust, and keep on grinding.
You touched on something that I've heard other fighters say before, that it's hard to get motivation to train because they don't have anything going on.
Fight.
Yeah. So talk to me about that, because I always felt that you guys were just always in the gym, motivated to just train regardless. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it is, because whenever you have a fight, because you're training, staying in shape, but that's a big thing about people's, some guys, where you mess up is you don't stay in shape. If you don't stay in shape, let yourself go, getting 30 pounds overweight and everything, and that's hard to get back to. But if you're always in shape, and then and you get a fight with a guy, you're still training, but your motivation does go up once you know you have a fight. You're locked in. You have a date and everything, and so you have to keep that mentality that it's going to be around the corner. So you have to stay ready, and that's just what it is. This is our job. You know what I'm saying? Like just like anybody else, we don't have a regular job like everybody else. So we have to take our job serious. And not slack off on the downtime. And staying ready.
So you didn't.
That's what makes a true champion.
That is very true. You got to be a 24/7 athlete in terms of not getting too crazy. But I know with this whole thing happening, a lot of fighters have gotten a little bit overweight. Did you go through any of that in terms of like, I'm just gonna chill and eat a lot of food and have a few beers or any of that,
No, I mean,
or you were pretty good?
Everybody goes through that, like after a fight. You know what I'm saying? You splurge, because I've been dieting for like 6 weeks now and everything. But if you're working out, you're burning off calories. You're not gonna blow up. You're not gonna be good. So, and that's all. It's just all mental. Your mentality. You gotta wake up thinking about the day you become a world champion. You have to put yourself in those positions. Like, why are you doing this? And so that's what I've been doing. And I feel like it's gonna show, especially in July 26th, because the opportunity came, and I'm ready. And that's why I wanted to be first up, and thank God I am.
Yeah, that's good that you stayed locked in and focused, because I know a lot of people ended up like just I don't want to say self-destructing, but binging a little bit,
Nobody knows like whenever this gonna come up, and things are coming quick. You have to be ready on a 4-week notice. You can't be 30 pounds and lose 30 pounds in 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be ready.
Have they told you anything about how everything's going to work the week of the fight, and then they're at the fight, like how that's going to go shake out?
Yeah, we've actually it's already starting now, because last week we took a COVID test. I came out negative, and we're taking another one next Friday. And then the day before the weigh-in, we take a COVID test, and that's when we'll be quarantined a day before the weigh-in. So we'll be in our hotel quarantined, basically, and then weigh in, and then we're quarantined, and like basically until the fight. And then I believe we take one test before weigh-ins, and so like 3 tests altogether, and just quarantine basically. And from the hotel, like we're kind of like stuck in this hotel fight, and then that's it. And even after the fight, we'll be quarantined also.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So you can't go home right away. You have to stay there
at the in the hotel until after the day after the fight.
Wow. Have you thought about how it's gonna be like with no one there?
I have. Yeah, I have, and that's why I think about that during my sparring sessions, because it's honestly gonna be kind of like the environment of your sparring. So, and that's why our sparring is hard. We have hard sparring, great sparring, and so I'm embracing that. That's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Usually, you'll hear all the fans. They give you motivation, but now you gotta motivate yourself. You know what I'm saying, when you're there, because we're not gonna have the big, all the yells. The fans going crazy and everything. But so I'm embracing it I've been embracing it all through my camp in the sparring.
Yeah, from watching it on TV as well, I was thinking that too. Like, oh, this feels it's a fight, but it feels like a sparring. Yeah. Like, as weird as it sounds, because you don't ever want to say like, oh, a fight is like a sparring session, but like you mentioned, like that environment is kind of like, because you hear both corners.
Yeah, you can hear the corners.
Yeah,
you can hear the punches too.
Yeah,
you can hear them smacks, man, on the TV. When I was watching, I think a UFC fight, and you just heard. And it's like that. Sometimes when I watch it, I'm like, dang, I do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's pretty crazy.
Now, and you could also hear the corners too, though, instructing the other fighters, like, hey, he's doing this. So do you guys ever pick up on that? Like, be like, oh yeah. He's kind of right. Like, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we do. And that's, you have to be boxing it's a mental game. You know, you can honestly be 100% physically ready, but you could lose your fight in the back room. You know, because how you're thinking mentally. It's a big. You have to be 100% mentally also, and that's being in the ring. You know, listening. You know, you got to do different things. You got to listen to your coach. Whenever I'm in the corner, I work on that a lot. You know, work on my breathing. You know, calming down, listening to my coach, and taking in the instructions. You know, and executing it.
No, that's true, man. It's true. You're main eventing, like I mentioned, July 26th on this 321 boxing pay-per-view on Thompson. This is Michael Dutchover. Michael, you know, on an ending note, have they told you like how active you're going to be this year?
No.
No? It's
I
kind of
don't
up in
know.
the air then, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of up in the air, and
Yeah.
I don't know, but you know, I'm gonna be ready for it
Yeah.
for an active year. You know, so after this, you know, hopefully I get two fights in before the year.
No, I hope so that you're able to get it in.
Yeah. I need to, because I ain't been working this year, man. I gotta get paid.
That's why I hope you get that that stuff in those 2 fights. Hey, Michael, man, it's good chatting with you. Thank you so much. You can see this man fighting July 26th, 321 boxing, which is a pay-per-view on the Thompson Boxing website. They're gonna have other fights, but Michael is headlining against Jorge Marron Jr. in Corona, California. Michael, hey man, good chatting with you. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yo, you, yes, you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.